There's a new warning popping up, so we want to get back over to Chief Meteorologist Stan Scoff with the latest. Stan, what are you seeing now?
Yeah, we just talked about that story about tornado warnings being issued, and there's a new one that just popped up. This is northeast Washington County, northern Madison County, and parts of Carroll County. This tornado warning just being released by the National Weather Service out of Tulsa. This goes until 5:45. So the storm literally coming through Fayetteville, showing signs that it has the potential to produce tornadoes. Now, this is on the northeastern side of Fayetteville. As you can see on the map, I'm going to bring up Mega Doppler, by the way. This is a wide view, and so here's a look at the tornado warning and who it includes. I want to bring up Mega Doppler, though, so you can see exactly what we're looking at. Yes, we do. We need a simulcast with this, as a tornado warning has been issued, and this is within our central weather coverage area. So tornado warning with this storm, meaning that rotation is beginning to develop. So just like Andrew talked about in that story, you want to get as low as you possibly can. Stay away from outer walls and windows. Also want to get as low as you possibly can and basically cover yourself with something, whether it be pillows, mattress, a blanket in the center of your house. So very important there. Now, the circulation is just starting to ramp up. As you'll see here, that potential you'll see that potential, no, you're fine. We'll see that potential circulation showing up just to the east of Fayetteville near Elkins, and that's continuing to move to the northeast. And so that is going to be impacting areas such as north of Huntsville, Hinesville, Goshen. I want to put a storm track on this so you can see exactly where this is headed and exactly where this storm is going. There's so many warnings. I was setting up my show here, and I saw that tornado warning did become issued. So first of all, let's give you a wide view real quick. We're going to go to that and track that, and then we'll continue to watch that storm. So here's a look at the tornado warning that goes until 5:45. And the rotation is showing signs of starting to strengthen a little bit. It's not as strong as it was earlier when it was moving through areas of Cherokee County west of northwest Arkansas. This is moving to the northeast at about 50 miles an hour. Here are the areas that are going to be impacted by this storm. Maysville, it's going to be about 512. Mayfield, excuse me. Hinesville, 517. Clifty on the north side of Madison County at 525. And then you got Marble at 534. So Highway 412, 45 going to be impacted with this torrential downpours, heavy rain. We do have our WeatherBug Network camera in Huntsville that will get a beautiful view of this as it's moving into that area. Maybe a little bit of a reflectivity, kind of a little hook there that's starting to show up. So we'll be watching that. Let me show this. So, Rick, you're kind of getting the latest information as well. Yeah. And this is just breaking weather news here as a tornado warning just got issued.
Yeah, before we went off the air from online, we were talking about what was happening near West Fork, and that circulation that was near West Fork has intensified as that has moved now into just to the northwest of Elkins. So around Baldwin here this afternoon, now east of Fayetteville. So Fayetteville, it's not affecting you. It's east Fayetteville and also headed toward the east. It is right now it's a circulation right there on the edge, the eastern edge of the line. So it's right there as that line moves into Elkins and just to especially to the north of Elkins, nearing the Goshen area. And so from Elkins to Goshen, there's a rotation there that is actually showing some indication of some increase there as it heads toward Goshen. So that would be along Highway 45 east of Fayetteville as you head into Goshen. That is tracking in that direction. So if you live in Goshen, you need to take your tornado precautions right now as that circulation shows some signs of some increase in intensity. Again, line is moving to the east, northeast, right along Highway 45 there east of Fayetteville. Now looks like north of Baldwin, north of Lake Sequoia, as that circulation has now moved out of eastern parts of Fayetteville and is headed off toward the east. So eventually, who's in the warning? Hinesville, Huntsville, all under the tornado warning. That goes all the way to Berryville and Eureka Springs. So that thing is
it's moving at 50 miles an hour. We've got a great camera shot. You can see the lowering. You can see the base of the storm. This is from Huntsville. We're looking off to the southwest, and the area of circulation is literally right in the center of that camera image, and the tornado potential is right now over Elkins and just a little bit north of Elkins. So you can see the wind shear. You can see the clouds moving really fast and the storm continuing to move northeast. We'll take the camera off of there. We'll do another storm track. Looks like we have an update to the tornado warning. Let's see what we've got here as we bring that up. graphics. Let's go to weather 2 if we can real quick. Don't exactly know what happened with the graphics there, but here's the area of circulation. Let me bring up that normalized rotation. There it is showing up north of Elkins, south of Goshen. This is Highway 74 that you see where 45 and 74 splits. Let me put some streets on here so you know exactly where this is. Ball Road, Washington County, 330. That's going to be an area that's going to be impacted. Southeast of Goshen, you've got Hale Road. This is coming right towards your area on the 1100 block of Hale Road, southeast of Goshen. We know this area, Highway 45, you got those really nice subdivisions that are in between Fayetteville and Goshen, including Waterford. It's a little bit southeast of the Waterford subdivision in that flat area in between Fayetteville and Goshen. Magic Oaks is another area, too, that's going to be impacted by that potential circulation. And you can kind of see that rapidly developing. There's not as much inbound velocity, but we do see a lot of that outbound velocity. And so the latest information from the National Weather Service on this tornado warning is tornado warning goes until 5:45. It was located about 4 miles west of Elkins, moving at 55 miles an hour. Now, here's some of the areas that are going to be impacted by this storm. It's already east of Fayetteville, but Berryville is going to be impacted. Huntsville, Eureka Springs, Elkins, as it's already moving north of Elkins. You got Wesley, that's a little bit to the east of the Elkins and north of that area. Rudd, Forum, Clifty, Withrow Springs, State Park. Definitely don't want to be outside and with this storm coming in. Grandview, Goshen, Dry Fork, Melton, Alabama, Pleasant Ridge, and Best and Sonora, finally, to name the last one. So those are the areas that are going to be impacted by this potential tornado. We've got that camera view, and you can see this is a supercell thunderstorm embedded in a line. Let me go back here to the radar image.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking at some of the upper level, and you can see that there is circulation at the upper level. That is north of Elkins, south of Goshen, south of Highway 45 there in Goshen. Upper level, that's from the Tulsa radar site, so we know we're looking at the very high levels. And just what it looks like to me is that right now, south of Goshen, south of Highway 45, just a weak rotation. Man, it's difficult to see this, and it may be just because we're really at the so far away from the radar side.
Yeah. But, the radar has to go through a lot of rain in this area too. So, and honestly, the radar beam's about almost 4,000 feet above the ground at this point where it's measuring this storm, as you mentioned.
Yeah, and certainly nothing confirmed. This is a radar-indicated tornado. Right now, it looks like, to me, it's not necessarily a firm, yeah, there's something on the ground, but tornado warning continues for Elkins, for Goshen, for Huntsville, as this line of storms is moving rapidly toward the northeast at 50 miles per hour.
We have a live look on top of our building right here on the Dixon Street, and so you can see that rain that's coming down. Now, we've already experienced the heaviest rain. The line has pushed through, but that is a look on top of our parking deck, and we're looking off to the west. We also have a look at Beaver Lake, which is encountering that heavy rain as well. This will be a little bit more of a dark, ominous scene. We're getting close to dusk. It's a little dark later at night, and there you see the Beaver Lake. This is the Prairie Creek Marina, and so strong rain coming down. So we got Alexander, you said you have a new severe thunderstorm warning.
Until a tornado possible until 6:15 for Benton, Carroll, Madison, Washington.
All right, so this is an eastern extent to the warning. You can see that right here as we have severe thunderstorm warning. That's extending into Carroll County. Along that line, this line is not giving up, not weakening, obviously. The tornado potential still continues west of Huntsville. It's kind of an elongated circulation, but still showing up, and the Weather Service having that tornado warning on there. You can see a little bit of a stronger circulation now just to the northwest of Wesley. Another thing that we can look at, too, is we can look at in this circulation, kind of look at some of the higher tilts, and you can kind of see how it is a little bit of a deeper circulation, which prompted the tornado warning. And plus, as we get closer to sunset, as we are right now, we get an increase in the low-level winds, and that can be just enough to take it over the edge and to allow it to form into a tornado and touch down. So a tornado warning does go as we mentioned, for eastern sections of Washington County. Fayetteville, you're in the clear now. You have nothing to worry about. Even though the warning officially includes you, the storm's already moved out. That should be dropped here really soon. Goes until 5:45, about another 30 minutes or so, about another 33 minutes. Hinesville, you're going to encounter some really heavy rain, and you can see that as we're looking off to the southwest from Huntsville. We would have a very good view at this storm if it was, in fact, producing a tornado. We're already starting to see the leading edge of the rain as well. So an intense storm, severe thunderstorm warnings, tornado warning potential, and that goes until 5:45. So a lot of activity. Rick, what are you seeing on that line as it moves in?
Well, right now I see a lot of heavy rain. The circulation to me looks like it's weak, and so I would say that yes, we have tornado warning. It's probably a little brief of a spin up that came out of the West Fork area into Elkins. Difficult to really see the firm type of a structure you're looking for. So, yeah, tornado warning continues. I'm not going to certainly judge them, but at the Weather Service, but I would say that right now the rotation is pretty weak.
Yeah, it's not as strong as it was when it was in Cherokee County. That was clear cut. By the way, there was a confirmed tornado south of Tahlequah. There was a tornado that did a little bit of damage too, close to that area. And so now, as you'll see south of Huntsville. Okay, so we got a lot of lightning that's over Beaver Lake, and this is something that you'll be experiencing as well. Let's go to Beaver Lake, our WeatherBug Network camera, and this is from the Prairie Creek Marina. And so you can see how dark it is. Now that it's getting darker, the cameras will be able to see the lightning a lot more. These are definitely highly electrified storms. There's a lot of lightning, cloudy ground lightning. Be aware of that as these storms race off to the east. However, if you're wondering who's in the clear, well, the I-49 corridor, you're done. No more severe weather. It's moving out. But we still have this tornado warning that's being prompted by the storm that's moving through the Huntsville area very soon. We do have to watch the southern edge of this. This is something on the south side of Wesley. You can kind of see that little appendage, if you will, that's showing up. And the camera, like I said, we're going to have one of the best views of this as it comes into Madison County. This is why we got these WeatherBug Network cameras. And we'll see if anything tries to prompt rotation and tries to touch down at all. Right now we're seeing just some fast-moving motions in the clouds, but they're all moving in the same direction. So that's not a sign of rotation in the low levels, that is. And remember, the radar is picking up this rotation in the mid and upper levels. So
that's right. That's right.
So south of Wesley, a little bit of a circulation there. Tornado warning does include Huntsville, Marble, Clifty, Hinesville, as we mentioned. But here comes an update to the tornado warning.
Tornado radar indicated for Carroll, Madison, Washington until 5:45. Tornado, the thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located 4 miles southwest of Hinesville, moving northeast at 50 miles an hour.
Yep, see it.
Let's do a track on this, Rick, because we haven't done that in a little while. I'm going to take this camera image off of here. We're still watching it. I'll bring it back up as the storm comes in. But here's a track on this storm moving at 55 miles an hour, just to let you know exactly where this circulation is headed as it moves northeast.
So I'll just kind of, while you're doing that, just for those of you folks in Hinesville that just heard that information from just to the southwest of you guys, right now in Hinesville you're getting some light shower activity, some showers, little numerous showers out ahead of that line. But if you look back to your west, right now that solid dark cloud is what is producing that rotation that could be a tornado. This is radar indicated. It is not confirmed. We don't have any firm anybody's seen anything, but this, again, radar indicated. And again, we are, and so is the Weather Service, looking at these higher level circulations that could possibly be a brief spin up. And so we're looking at that. It's right there on the leading edge as that line moves in. That's where you're going to see it. That's where the rotation is located. And then just behind that is very heavy rain. That will move in, followed by much lighter rain. And so be ready for some gusty winds for sure. Then just be on the lookout for that possible tornado that is getting close to the Hinesville area at this time.
I'm just looking at the WeatherBug camera here, and I'll bring that up in just a second. I'm not seeing any sign of rotation at all on the low levels, so that's good news for the Hinesville area, for the Huntsville area. Sometimes it can be limited in viewing and visibility and stuff, so we'll continue to watch it, and these can pop up pretty quick with this type of line. But at the moment, not seeing anything that just immediately says this is about to produce a tornado and touch down on the ground. So, but still monitoring that tornado warning, and we will stay on this because because it is in our weather coverage area. It's starting to move out of Washington County, as we mentioned, Fayetteville, Johnson, Springdale, Lowell, Rogers. You don't have to go to bed now because it's not at night. Typically, I'm covering these storms late at night, but you're in the clear. The storms are gone. You're getting light, moderate rain. You're getting some lightning. Be aware of that. That lightning can come out of nowhere, too, so just be aware of that. But as far as the severe and tornado potential, it is all east of the I-49 corridor, extending from western Carroll County into western Madison County. Huntsville, Marble, Clifty, ahead of that storm, you still can't let your guard down.
Yeah, lots of showers falling in those areas right now in the Huntsville, Clifty area. Heavy rain, though, right now from War Eagle southward, now just to the west of Hinesville, and that extends all the way down into Winslow. And so, again, also with that line, gusty winds. We're also under a severe thunderstorm warning with this line moving through. So even though we have the tornado warning, which you're looking at that right now, Dan, that may be a little bit of uptick in rotation, still looks relatively weak, but certainly not. It's not zero. And that's why we have the tornado warning that's been issued for these areas. So approaching Hinesville right now, just to your south and west, that rotation is out there.
Yeah, I can see that part of the cloud. I can see that part of the storm on our WeatherBug camera. I'll bring that up here in just a second. But yeah, the little bit, like you said, a little bit of an uptick just to the south of Hinesville, as you mentioned, southwest of Huntsville. So let me go ahead and bring up that WeatherBug camera so you can see exactly what that is showing here.
The good news is...
Actually, I got a call from a viewer who lives right in that area, so let me take this real quick.
Okay.
Yep. So the good news is behind this line that's moving through, the environment is rapidly falling apart for supporting very severe storms. And so the environment is falling apart and will not likely support more severe storms behind this line, but heavy rain, Rick, very, very heavy rain. Flash flooding potential is definitely on increase as these storms kind of move over the same area, dumping tremendous amounts of rain. So severe threat, once this moves through, will probably die down. And then on the backside of that, Rick, believe it or not, we have winter weather. Just very, very, very heavy rain behind this line. So even though severe threats diminishing, if you're out and about driving, expect very, very heavy rain, very limited visibilities. Some hydroplaning on the roads are not out of the question. Flash flooding, definitely a major possibility behind this line as that heavy rain just continues to move over the same areas.
So the severe weather threat is now east of Interstate 49. So the I-49 corridor right now, the major cities areas are pretty much in the clear, where we had a lot of folks there across Benton County. A lot of kids were held in place while they had the warnings going through Benton County. But certainly that has improved now, just some light to occasionally moderate rain. But War Eagle, eastern parts of Benton County, Eureka Springs, and into now Hinesville and Clifty, we're getting the worst part of that storm. So there we are right now in Hinesville. Again, this is where the strongest activity is located. Right now, it's in Hinesville, so you should be taking your tornado precautions right now if you live in Hinesville with the very intense rainfall that's right now on top of you. That cloud line that had the potential, that has the potential tornado, the circulation is right there now, right along Highway 412 in Hinesville. Activity moving very quickly. So right now, Hinesville, you're getting ready for some very heavy, intense rainfall. You got probably some pretty good gusty winds that's coming in now. And again, that potential for a tornado in Hinesville area. Again, this is a potential, radar indicated, nothing confirmed we have right now. That circulation came out of West Fork, moved through just south of Goshen, and now already in the Hinesville area. As long as we've been on, it's moved very rapidly off toward the east-northeast. And so we'll head through Hinesville and then eventually back probably north of Alabama. And might get into Clifty. Clifty under the tornado warning. Certainly gusty winds headed toward Clifty. But I would say that worst part of that storm right now looks like it's going to be into Hinesville now and eventually going in between Clifty and Alabama in Madison County.
So we're trying to get a phoner here from Mike Brown, who's a viewer who actually went out and surveyed some damage that he had from the November 30th, 2018 storms that came through. And he says this sounds a lot similar, and he's experiencing similar conditions. And that was a storm that produced quite a bit of damage in his area. Don't forget, you can download our NWA Weather Authority app for the latest weather information. You can get the latest alerts. You can see that on your screen. It's free on the App Store and on Google Play. And it it is life-saving. And there's been an issue today with an over-warning of some of these tornado warnings in eastern Oklahoma that have been triggering alerts in Benton County from the wireless emergency alerts.
Yep, I got those triggers. Yep.
So we have Mike Brown, a viewer who lives in the Madison County area. Know exactly where you're at, Madison County 7101. Mike, tell me what you're seeing right now and what you're experiencing, because this storm is literally almost right on top of you.
Yeah, we had a flash of rain just come down all of a sudden. It was very, very calm, nothing was going on, and then all of a sudden it just hit out of nowhere. And right now I'm looking out into our fields, and we've got standing water everywhere. We had major winds. My weather station wasn't even picking up the wind speed. It was so strong, and we had a wall cloud it looked like come through. And it sounded very, very similar to that tornado that you came and looked at not too long ago.
Yeah, the November 30th, 2018 tornado that came through. So did you experience any type of wind shift? Was there any type of ground circulation? Do you know if there's any damage around where you're at?
No, with the experience we had with the last storm, we took Texas this time. And so I kind of peeked my head out whenever I talked to you just a little bit ago, and well, I didn't really notice any wind shift or anything like that. I kind of see some wind damage out there right now, but it's not near as bad as it was back then.
Okay, I got you.
Hey, Mike, where are you located again?
Sir?
Where are you located? This is Rick Catsby. Where are you located right now?
Hinesville, Arkansas.
Hinesville, you're in Hinesville.
Crossroads, Arkansas.
Gotcha. All right.
Now, you're a little bit outside of Hinesville on 7101, is that correct?
A little bit south. I'm right between Goshen and Hinesville.
Yep.
But
okay.
It's kind of calmed down a little bit right now. We're getting some pretty heavy rain at the moment.
So you were right there in where that circulation was coming over. Did you see anything that interesting cloud cover? Any type
Yes. In fact, I need to send Dan some pictures. I've got, as soon as we were about to go take care of her, I told my wife, get in the shower right now. It's coming. I took a quick picture of something that looked like it could have been rotation.
Okay, yeah, because here's where he was at. Here's his location right here, Madison County 7101, in between Goshen and Hinesville. So pretty much close to the 500 block, and you can see that storm as it moved northeast
Dan,
right there.
I'm sending you that picture right now.
Okay, sounds good. We'll get it on, and we'll continue to watch it. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Dan.
Yeah, it's definitely calming down over your area, but not the case in Huntsville as it continues to move east. So that was Mike Brown, a viewer. We went actually he had reports of damage from his barns and pretty substantial damage, and that actually continued the track of the tornado from November 30th. So interesting stuff there.
So they canceled the tornado warning for Washington County. However, they continued it for Carroll and Madison until 5:45. And so again, that tornado-producing storm is capable of it is 3 miles east of Hinesville, moving northeast at 50 miles an hour. They also are canceling the tornado watch back behind the system, and they have continued tornado watch for Benton, Carroll, Crawford, Franklin, Madison, Sebastian, Washington County until 6 o'clock this evening.
All right, I'm going to bring up this camera full from Huntsville so you can get to see that, because this kind of shows a little bit of a dark, ominous sky off in the distance. We do have a ragged lowering. You can see it moving pretty quickly. This is looking to the west. This would be right in the heart, west-northwest, essentially. Look at how fast those clouds are moving. That shows you those low-level winds are very strong. And this is exactly what Mike Brown said he was experiencing. And now you can start to see the winds picking up on the camera as this storm moves in. Now, that might be a little bit of a lowering there. Can't tell. It could be some raindrops as well. I could zoom in on that area and see what it looks like. But this would be something of interest right here, this little bit of lowering. You can kind of see that right there, Rick. It's a little out of focus.
Yeah,
but,
you can see there's a little jaggedness to the cloud that's out there to that. Is that looking off to the west?
That's looking off to the west-northwest. That's correct. And it's trying to focus on those raindrops, too. But let me zoom out here just a little bit more.
Severe thunderstorm warning is also canceled for Benton, Washington. So Benton, Washington County, you are in clear as far as severe thunderstorm warning or tornado warning. However, severe thunderstorm warning is now continued for Carroll and Madison County until 6:15. And again, that is a tornado possible with that storm.
Yeah, so what we're seeing on here on this live weather bug camera there is that certainly that makes sense the way we're looking at what I'm seeing on radar. There is just some weak, a little spin up, and it looks like it's fairly weak, and that's why we're seeing this kind of a jagged line of the clouds. there is some lowering there as well. And so, again, yes, tornado warning continues for mainly now east of Hinesville. As a matter of fact, it's about a couple miles east of Hinesville, very close to Huntsville, just to your northwest. And really, the line, this line, that cloud line, looks like it's uniform with several little circulations along it. That's why I would still say probably limited potential for tornado, but tornado warning still is out there for this area. So again, I just want to kind of calm you down a little bit if you're getting a little bit nervous about this.
Yeah,
we don't see any big major type of circulation that we've seen over Oklahoma early today. This is a much weaker system that's moving in. Otherwise, it'd be a whole lot more pronounced, and we would all realize it. So certainly weak potential for tornado, nothing that's really too significant as far as I'm concerned.
But I get why the Weather Service is keeping this warning, just because of the type of environment. You can see how fast those clouds are moving. Yeah. Something could spin up real quickly and touch down, and they don't want to miss that with the tornado warning. And so these spin-ups can happen really fast. I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
But right now, as Rick mentioned, the threat isn't an immediate threat. So it's a tornado warning. Still continues. Don't want to let your guard down. There's the circulation. We got it on the radar. You can see one southeast of Clifty, in between Clifty and Alabama. See that little green and red area that I'm circling with the cursor? That is essentially where that potential circulation is. You got another one that's north of Huntsville near Alabama, maybe a little bit of a brightening up near Alabama. We can take that camera and look north. And now I want to bring up that WeatherBug Network camera again from Huntsville. And this has a little bit of a lowering here, a little bit more.
Okay.
Could be a scud cloud.
Right. Hard to tell.
Yeah.
Because we're losing some of the sun.
We're losing a lot of the daylight.
Certainly, the wind with it. There's wind with that, and so we've got this the lowering cloud, and you know, so it's hard to say exactly what that is, but certainly. You know, with these type of clouds, we see a feed, kind of an updraft that goes into the clouds, updraft, and that updraft certainly can cause those clouds to form rapidly. And we're seeing a couple areas of some low-level clouds that are out there.
You can see that nosing of the rear flank downdraft, that bright spot. Let me, if we can take me in front of the wall real quick, and just I can point this out, so what you're seeing. This right here is what we call the rear inflow jet and also the rear flank downdraft. If there would be a tornado that's developing, it would be located in this region right here. And Rick, if we take this camera and pan it to the west, you saw some of those low-hanging clouds, but I don't think that that is a part of the tornado. I think this is just those scud clouds that are showing. They're detached. You got cold descending air, and that's why you're seeing these ragged lowerings. That's not a part of the tornado. And then here you see the base that just continues. This is essentially the flanking line of this storm and the shelf cloud. But if we go back to the east and northeast where that circulation is, because this is looking west from Madison County.
That's pretty low level right there.
Yeah, that is low level. That is the storm that's coming in. But if we look farther north, here's that RFD, that rear flank downdraft that's punching in, and this is a part of perhaps maybe intensifying the rotation with this storm, and then you lose all visibility completely. But it would be right in this area that there would be any type of circulation, and we just don't have a view of that anymore. So that's a good representation visually of what you might be seeing. And you can, I know you can tell that. That's what we call like the collar cloud. That's a part of that RFD. And north of Alabama is where that circulation is. And then you can see how those lowerings are very ragged. But we're still continuing with this tornado warning. We don't want to drop off of it. Madison County very easily in the heart of our weather coverage area. And this goes until 5:45. We're at 5:31 now, and we are going to be, if this warning is dropped, going into our Fox 24 News at 5:30 programming, since we're already starting at 5:30. And so if this tornado warning gets dropped or it weakens and lessens in intensity and it goes off, it expires before 5:45, we'll immediately go to that Fox 24 programming at 5:30, and that's going to be on Fox 24 News. So here's that tornado warning that continues. Some multiple flash flood warnings. We didn't even mention there's winter weather potential tonight into tomorrow morning. That could be, but that's not, you know, obviously you want to be careful driving in those roads that might get covered with snow, especially in northern Benton County. Maybe 1 to 2 inches, not out of the question. We'll have to look at the latest track, and we're going to continue to watch that. All right, so this storm system still continues. We got heavy rain that's continuing. And also, too, Rick, we got to mention our friends in the River Valley in Sequoia County already seeing the rain and some damaging winds. There's a report of 70-mile-an-hour winds, trees down, power lines down. That was in Sallisaw. Also, in southern Sebastian County, there's not much storm activity. So will these storms come in and intensify? It's a possibility.
Yeah.
There's a lot of energy moving in.
I think what you'll see is that the storm around McAllister will start to feed as it moves off to the east. It's probably got some inflow there. That's why you're seeing the showers there to the west of Mena. And so as that feeds, I think you'll probably start seeing some increased rotation that will be headed into maybe Fort Smith, maybe south of Fort Smith. But that area is still primed for tornadoes. So we just be on guard if you're especially River Valley and I-40 southward. That is still a pretty good risk. All right, pretty good risk for stronger storms coming in later on tonight.
Absolutely. And then we got the moderate to heavy rain that's extending northwest of that. Might shift down to the southeast. So still have the tornado warning. I think we had an update to the tornado watch, if I'm not mistaken, meaning they probably are expiring some counties.
I know
as the storm moves
the
in.
Storm Prediction Center has been looking at issuing a tornado watch that encompasses much of the state. Far east of most of our areas, so maybe some of our far eastern counties that has not officially appeared yet. So once that comes available, I'll let you know what counties are affected by that.
Go to the Little Rock. That's probably going to be under Little Rock's thing, and there it is. Tornado watch does go until. We can see that on NWS chat. It goes until 8Z. Yep. So that's going to be 2 o'clock in the morning for central and north central Arkansas. Yeah, this storm's definitely weakening. Still just a little bit of rotation, probably going to die out here pretty soon, and so really starting to weaken quite a bit. Huntsville, you're fine now. Storm's gone. The rotation's gone. You got a little bit of broad wind shift that's coming through, but I mean, Rick's looking at it as well as I am. I think this is about to be done here pretty soon. Yeah, not real impressive, and that's just great news. We've got certainly gusty winds with that, very heavy downpours right now. Now mainly right there at Clifty, moving to the east of Clifty into Eureka Springs, into Berryville, with severe weather potential there with some gusty winds, and again that tornado threat is still out there while this part of the line moves toward the northeast. And so we've been tracking that particular cell as it started to increase just to the west of West Fork earlier before 5 o'clock. And so now that line is well off toward the east, and it's headed out, and we hope it just gets on out of here across northwest Arkansas. But certainly right behind that line, the weather improves across northwest Arkansas, but still we've been fairly storm-free now, Fort Smith southward, and so we just have to kind of watch these storms coming out of eastern parts of Oklahoma for later on tonight. So they have extended the tornado watch till 2 o'clock in the morning, but it's for eastern counties, Boone, Newton, Johnson, Logan. The thing is that it's 2 o'clock, but that's the eastern edge of the watch. That's not the entire watch. And that's not in the Benton, that's not in the Boone, Newton, Johnson, Logan, Scott County. So we do have that tornado warning that remains in effect. It goes into officially for 10 more minutes. If we start to see even more weakening on this rotation, we're going to drop off of it, and we're going to return you back to programming. And I think we're pretty safe to do that very, very soon.
Yeah, I agree. And
there we see the parts of the watch being cropped out. Did I mention that we have winter weather potential underneath this, just to show you that? We'll highlight much more on this on Fox 24 News at 5:30. If this warning gets dropped even sooner, we'll be giving a little bit more on that. But there is a look at what we have. So very large hail in Decatur. Yeah, that was that hail core that we were watching coming through.
Yeah,
we can actually bring that up on the Prod PC if they go to Chelsea Helms. I want to retweet that as well.
Thank you, Chelsea. Chelsea has showed us some hail, and very impressive hail that fell in Decatur.
Had the jagged edges to it, just showing you the signs of an intense updraft with that storm. That's pretty sizable right there.
Yeah.
I would say that's maybe hen egg size.
Yeah,
possibly I think 2 inches in diameter, maybe a little under, but pretty close to that. So.
Yeah, Weather Service will be interested in seeing that picture.
That's a good photo. But there is a look at that winter weather advisory if you're wondering what time that goes for. that goes until essentially 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday and starts at 6 a.m. in the morning. So 6 a.m. in the morning is when it starts. 3 p.m. on Saturday is when it expires. So I think we can drop off this tornado warning. Even though it officially goes for just a little bit longer, I'm seeing weakening. If it does start to strengthen and we notice that, we're watching it real closely. We'll keep you updated. But until then, we're going to do weather coverage and also news coverage on Fox 24 News at 5:30. So go ahead and tune on over there. Thanks, Rick. Thanks, Alexander. We'll continue to keep you updated, so keep you here with your Weather Authority for the latest severe weather information.